frankly.
Quite frankly is the title of the show. Jim just interjected in our pause. We're going to talk about something very controversial. Not that all our podcasts are not controversial. They are. But this one makes me sort of want to, well, it's like the old F. Trudeau and the Canadian flag. I'm embarrassed to be a Canadian when I see people behaving like this or putting swastikas up instead of the maple leaf or beside the maple leaf. And what does our country, what does it mean to be a Canadian? And I thought, at least it's about pride and honesty and integrity. But that's not the case, as we learned this week. So go ahead.
Well, I was just thinking of the audience in the soccer game today where Canada's playing New Zealand after Canada was caught. That's our people were caught spying on the New Zealand team.
Unbelievable.
And their coach is sent home. I can see what the signs should be in the crowd. You should be sorry, because we're famous for saying sorry.
Yes.
You should be sorry.
Yes.
And unfortunately,
right.
they would all be right. And at the expense of good athletic people, those young women who trained for this moment, a stupid move on the coach's point, or maybe even management above that, we really don't know, do we? Because somebody made the decision to send drones over and spy on the New Zealand team, not even really considered one of the competitors in the games. So why are you spying on New Zealand? That's horrible.
Okay, so talk about hanging our heads, our collective heads in shame. This has put a real mark on Canada in terms of sportsmanship. And I don't know how you recover from something like this. So let's go back and take it from what we do know. As far as I know, one drone. Do you know of two drones?
I think it was 2 drones were sent over.
Okay, I only know of one. I do not think it was a coaching staff. I hope it was not a team person.
Excuse me.
Anybody in the team, in the management, or any part of it. But who was it then? I don't know.
I thought it was the coaches.
No, I think the coach has taken the hit. I don't think it would be the coach, not the head coach.
Well, it wouldn't have been the players.
No.
No way on the face of this earth.
No way.
And I think the best Canada can do in this, the very best, without being cruel, would be to say, listen, this is a plight on us. We are sorry. This is horrible. You know, our Olympic committee, the head guys, we ask your forgiveness just for the sake of the players who have trained that they can continue on and play the game. But we realize that heads must roll over this or something. I don't know what to say. I was going to say probably the right thing to do would be to pull a team out of the whole thing. But look at the damage that does to the players.
Yep. Yeah. So what is the best solution to what is an awful, they call it the drone gate?
Well, the coaches got sent home.
Well, Bev Priestman apologized. So that's this article here. This is on CBC that we're looking at. The FIFA disciplinary committee is investigating. I haven't read that they've come to a conclusion yet, but you're saying they played today.
At 11.
At 11, so by the time we record this, some decision will already have been made about consequences. You were suggesting New Zealand is asking for 0 points even if they win.
Yeah, that almost seems fair.
It does seem fair to me. In fact, that's very gracious,
but that would only mean the Canadian team can be allowed to play, but they're not going to have a chance to win.
Right.
And they're, I think, ranked number 1, aren't they?
Canada in the Olympics?
Didn't we win it last year? Last Olympics?
I think so.
You got to find that. Where's our producer?
Oh, I don't know. We don't have one. But we're talking about the walk of shame, the hall of shame here, the cone of shame, whatever the metaphor is for Canada here. This is a real problem. And what the solution is, I don't know. But coaches going home would be one. Ultimately, the coach is responsible for anything that goes on with the team, right?
I would,
or is there somewhere over top of the coaches?
We can hope and pray that in the investigation we find it wasn't Canada at all. It was just some guy sending a drone over. But right away, I think we took responsibility for it. So what are you
Yeah,
doing?
well, there's an apology up here from Bev Priestman, who's the coach. So, yeah, where do you go from this? This is the fellow that I was going to pull this one up. Again, this is an audio thing, but we don't have the ability to put it on. Everyone has said, sorry, that's the wrong one.
I don't know where you're at, man. You got me all freaked out.
Well, this guy, there's a male soccer player who said that all of Canada, like the whole Olympics, is tainted, and that team specifically, it's not going to be able to recover anything from this Olympics. So you might as well wash it right out.
Yeah. Just for a stupid thing. I mean, you think you have intelligent people running the show. You really do.
Yeah, I hope
and then
so.
they do something stupid like that. I mean, it's quite frankly cheating, is it not?
It is. Yeah. And we don't cheat, do we? I don't know that we do. I'm just having trouble with clicking on stuff here, so I'm just going to keep on going.
Yeah, you got some kids spazzing out on the screen.
Yeah, well, we're watching screens, multiple screens. We have this big tech studio, lots of multiple monitors, and we have no idea how many channels and nothing's on.
57
All right, so
channels.
we've got this thing that we don't know much about. So the Jim and Terry Show, we apologize for whatever our listeners may contribute to this discussion right in the right below in your comments. But I think the Canadian team is now jaded. Is it going to flow over into other athletes at this Olympics?
Absolutely.
So
there's no way around it. You're now a cheating country.
You're now a cheating country.
You're a cheating country.
Okay,
what do we say you're supposed to do with cheating countries?
Banish them.
Banish them.
Okay, so let me...
Now I can hear everybody's heads blowing up.
Well,
give me a break.
Well, let's go back to the Russian drug scandal, where the state sponsored drugs to athletes. And don't forget, China is guilty of... What did they do? Performance-enhancing drugs in the last Summer Olympics. China, 21 charges on their athletes. They still competed. The awards were still given. So what is that saying about the overall Olympic Committee and the relationship with individual country donors and money flows and money talks?
I don't know.
Follow the money.
Yeah. How did they even get drones there? Like, were they in their suitcase? Where's security, for God's sakes?
Yeah, well, have you seen the size of some of these drones?
Yeah, they're small.
They're small. They're very small. So the question we still don't know is who did it? What was their motivation? Was it just New Zealand? Wouldn't it be a good thing if it was a rogue somebody?
It isn't.
An individual.
But it isn't. No. Because already they've apologized. Canada's apologized. Yeah. So we're taking responsibility already. They knew it. The coaches knew there were drones. And they were using
somebody had to take the information to the coach and say, well, I've been doing this. Yeah. So we don't know who it was specifically.
But they at least knew it had taken place. And it would have been way better if they had you can see someone taking a drone because they want to have shots of the Olympics and, and they send it up just for fun. But sending it over to the team you're going to be playing first and filming their game.
Yep.
I mean, why?
Why? And you said it wasn't a consequential match.
No, apparently not. I mean, I think New Zealand's beat us one in an exhibition match or something that was like 15 years ago.
So to sacrifice your country's honor
for what was going to be probably a given.
Yeah. Okay, so now I asked about flag bearers, like the ones who are carrying the flag in the opening ceremonies. I think we have our 100-meter sprinter who's been chosen to be one of the flag bearers, and I don't know. The other one I think is, I was going to say shot put, but I'm not sure. This is sad that I'm not following this.
Well, okay, one thing, folks, we're two guys that have just met up at a coffee shop, and Did You Hear is basically what the show is all about.
So there's lots that we would like to find out.
Yeah, there's lots we're going to have to find out. I mean, after this show's done, we'll probably turn the TV on and see if the game's even playing, to see if it's even been allowed to go forward. We just don't know. But the bottom line is this. Somebody associated with the Canadian women's soccer team at the Olympics sent drones over to spy on New Zealand.
Yeah.
And the reason I say it's a given, because if they didn't know nothing about it, they would have said that. We'll get to this. We have no idea what's going on. But they immediately apologized, taking responsibility for the spying.
Well, let's talk about what positive things can come of this. Number one, the role of drones and surveillance in sports has got to be called into question. It is a form of cheating.
Yeah.
And so this is a headline that just came out. I just refreshed this thing. Lit a fire in our bellies is the title of the article. New Zealand's soccer team motivated by Canada's drone scandal. I suppose so. Lit a fire in our bellies. I hope they go out. I don't want to hope
no, you don't want to say that, do you?
But I do hope that it serves as motivation for New Zealand. Yeah, they got something to prove. Let them prove it on the field, on the pitch.
Well, but the thing is again, why cheat with this team?
28th ranked New Zealand will face number 8 ranked Canada.
Oh, we're 8th ranked, are we? I thought we were number 1.
No, we were at one point. We won Olympic gold.
Oh, okay, but we've fallen.
Yes, we've fallen.
And now we've really fallen.
And now we've fallen from grace. Yeah, so it doesn't update it, but there you go. So a spy scandal of a sporting sort. The one thread that I was going to follow on Twitter was this allegation that a Russian has been apprehended before the start of the games for tampering with whatever. I'm not sure whether it's food, whether it's something else, but arrested, so apprehended and in containment. We knew this stuff was going to happen. I don't know what the point of it is yet. I'm still following that story. But now, if you're talking about a militarized Europe, because Ukraine, there's a war. It is a big war, and it's going on. It's going on while these Olympics are going on. Ukraine is fighting for their existence. Why would you have a drone in that context of war? Wouldn't you be, wouldn't that light a fire under everybody?
Yeah, and wouldn't that just say that you're brain dead? Something's wrong with you.
Something's wrong. Yeah, well, Canada, you really blew it this time.
Yes.
Sort of embarrassing. I hope there's a way of saying we're sorry and have it make sense.
I wish, I hope, but it doesn't look
The
good.
Jim and Terry Show, not looking good. Embarrassed to be Canadian? Well, let's not let one event spoil it all, but it's hard.
Yeah.
Bye-bye for now.